Zombie satellites and rogue debris threatening the existence of the ISS station to be tracked by a new UK project. There are an estimated 160 million pieces of the so-called space junk left floating around in the wake of missions ranging from large spent rocket stages to tiny paint flakes as they travel at a speed of about 16,777 miles an hour or 27,000 kilometers an hour. That's pretty fast, as you can understand. These fragments can potentially seriously damage or destroy space infrastructure. The International Space Station, the ISS, and the future of space exploration are under a very real threat from these zombie satellites and debris, according to the Telegraph. High-value craft in low Earth orbit, such as the ISS, could be destroyed by a rogue piece of junk, with the problem so acute that the space outpost might even have to be abandoned if this debris is not cleared out of the way. This is what UK Business Secretary Alok Sharma warned. Sharma says millions of pieces of space junk orbiting the Earth present a significant threat to the UK satellite systems, not only UK but all satellite systems up there, which provide the vital services that we all take for granted, from mobile communications to weather forecasting, Sharma said. He urged mankind to clean up our act, quote unquote. The official announced new funding to track this floating debris that's left over orbiting the Earth in the wake of a diverse array of missions. Now, we know we have seen ISS astronauts even chucking away old solar panels and old technical equipment into Earth's atmosphere, and they're saying, hey, don't worry about it, it'll just burn up in the atmosphere. Now, does it burn up or does it just stay there as debris orbiting the Earth? Who knows? Now, he says, if we don't take action now, low Earth orbit could become too perilous for satellites or even humans on the International Space Station. $1 million in investment is being cancelled via the UK Space Agency, UKSA, towards 7 space cleaning programs that will be tackling these rogue debris pieces. Astronomers estimate around 160 million pieces of debris are now floating around Earth, and they're trapped by Earth's gravity. They're traveling around 18,000 miles an hour, as we said, almost 1 million fragments believed to be larger than a centimeter in diameter, and they present a devastating threat to satellites in the event of a collision. The example, a close call, was cited from 2019 when a spacecraft operated by the European Space Agency needed to dodge a 100 million pound Starlink satellite. They almost collided, remember? Furthermore, the experts warned that the impact might trigger a chain reaction that would knock out other satellites in the area. As there's no way to precisely monitor small pieces of debris on collision course with some pricey and valuable space infrastructure, with several mega constellations due for launch, potential incidents could have catastrophic fallout for our life on Earth. We know that a lot of these satellites also have very toxic chemicals in them that make them go around the Earth. Now, there is no underestimating the implications of this scenario, underscores experts that modern society relies on satellite service for GPS and mobile communications and weather forecasting. Currently, only the large items in orbit can be traced, but it's hoped that the new program will remedy the situation by employing lasers and satellites and artificial intelligence. It's dubbed Lift Me Off. This is one of the new projects that will create an AI-powered algorithm to differentiate between junk and operating satellites. Hopefully the AI won't take out operating satellites, viewing them as junk. But Lumi Space, another project, will resort to lasers in tracking and mapping objects. Companies Deimos and Northern Space and Security will develop their optical sensoring technology to track space objects from the UK, while another company, Andor, based in Northern Ireland, will update its astronomy camera to track smaller-sized debris. Graham Turnock, who is the chief executive of UK Space Agency, said, "People probably do not realize just how cluttered space is. You would never let a car drive down a motorway full of broken glass and wreckage, and yet this is what satellites and space stations the space station, the ISS, have to navigate every day in their orbital lanes. He says, in this new age of space mega constellations, the UK has an unmissable opportunity to lead the way in monitoring and tackling this space junk. This is by Svetlana Ekimenko on Sputnik News. Please leave your comments. Thank you. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.